Hi, Priestess. How are you? Thank you for your donation, High Priestess. What's your question? All right, High Priestess, you want to know a general for this month? We're going to be using the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. So 2 cards flew out. 3 of Coins in reverse and the 6 of Wands in reverse. I think this is usually just, I think this is more just talking about how you think about everything, you know, your life, progress, your career, family. 6 of Wands in reverse, when we see this card, I mean, this card is just basically saying that we're still on, even though we're still on the journey to success or to our happiness, when the 6 of Wands is in reverse, it usually talks to us about how, although success and happiness is guaranteed at the end for us, when the 6 of Wands is in reverse, it reminds us about how there's going to be a lot of obstacles and delays and just challenges in your journey. When we have 3 of Coins in reverse, I think it just clarifies the whole thing. And it talks about how you just feel like there's just no cooperation. When we have the 3 of Pentacles, when it's upright, it talks about how we have cooperation from others, cooperation from everything exterior to us, and we have cooperation even from the universe when this card is upright. But when it's in reverse, it's just talking to us about how we are not having any external, we're not able to have either our projects grow or just not being able to move to the next phase in our lives, right? So, so basically, although we are still on the pursuit of success and we are guaranteed that at the very end, it's saying that right now we don't have any external cooperation, or basically it's talking about how right now we've just dealt with delays and just setbacks and all of that, right? And no, don't get me wrong, High Priestess or Kara. I do think that you are doing well, especially because in the bottom of the deck we do have Ten of Cups. Things are well right now. So with the Ten of Wands in reverse, there's still this kind of energy, or there's still this feeling of like I deserve more, whether that's more pay because of your experience, or maybe you feel like you deserve better in some way, shape, or form in some aspect of your life. Yeah, I've been taking time just to reset, not really been applying to any jobs lately or anything, just focused on my mental and emotional well-being. Yes, exactly. So that could be where we see the challenges or setbacks or delays. Maybe you just feel like the universe hasn't had your back, at least just yet, right? But we're still guaranteed that. That's the wonderful card, or that's the wonderful thing about Six of Wands, regardless of what we see it in our reading. So, any other questions? Well, actually, let's more cards before we go to the next one. So, we're seeing this thing, right, where we're seeing setbacks or delays, although we are guaranteed success, and we are on this pursuit of happiness. We're not seeing any cooperation, external cooperation, either from other people, investors. I know you talked about getting a loan for your business before, or just in general about, from the universe. So let's go ahead and pull more cards. Okay. Yeah, it seems like your challenge with the Hierophant is to continue to doing things by the book. You just feel like you've been doing things the right way. You feel like you've been doing things by the book. You feel like you're not seeing a lot of progress. And you do have Death in reverse right here as crowning your reading. So I honestly, the way I saw Death in reverse is you're not giving up. You are not giving up your dreams. You're not giving up here. And you'll be surprised what I have to say with the Nine of Coins in reverse and the past and passing. I feel like this is more of a passing energy. It's telling me right here, struggles with finances. That is something of the past. I feel like this is a passing energy. Still looking for work here. But this is telling me right here with Nine of Coins in reverse. Financial problems are going to be nothing of the past now. It is going to be a passing energy. The Hierophant here your challenge is to continue to doing things by the book, so to speak. Death in reverse crowning your reading. You're not going to give up. And eventually, with Six of Coins, cooperation from the universe, and this is in the near future position. Finally, we see cooperation from the universe. Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles represents you. This is you patient with yourself. Because I have the Hierophant and the Page of Pentacles the same spread, I'm tempted to say that either you're going to continue with your school, and I think you did say that you are in school still, right? Or you're going to continue with your studies, right? If I'm not mistaken, or I'm not confusing you with somebody else, Kira. But with the Ace of Wands in reverse representing the environment, how others view you, Page of Wands, funny enough, I do think that even though you're going to be on yourself, you're not going to ignore your social life. You are not going to ignore your social life. And honestly, although you're going to continue to work on yourself, with the Page of Wands, this is basically saying for me that you're going to continue to have fun, work hard. And I feel like that the people around you, they're going to view you that way, that although you're going to be working really hard on yourself, you're still going to take that time fun, to explore, to travel, and to enjoy your life, really. And I feel like a lot of people are going to notice that about you. That although you're still working on yourself and working on this pursuit of happiness, if you will, you're still going to take that time and have fun, which is great. And a lot of people are going to notice that about you. You do have right here in Coach Fears and or advice position 7 of Wands, which tells me, the 7 of Wands is about taking more of a proactive approach in either defending a point of view or advocating for yourself, right? When we see the 7 of Wands. And this being in that position of Hope, Fears, and or advice, I feel like this is your advice. Be your own best advocate, right? Be your own best advocate. And as your outcome King of Swords, you are an Aquarius. This is a wonderful card to see as your outcome. This is telling me right here that although, because of your experiences, you become a little hardened to your experiences, you might become a bit cold and detached due to, these situations that we have gone through. At the same time, you will become wiser. You will become a lot more aware of people, things, situations, and about life. So, regardless of everything here, in knowledge, experience, and although I feel like because of these experiences, you might be cold and detached, because those are the elements of an air sign. You guys do gain your wisdom, generally speaking, because of life experiences, right? And with that King of Swords, it's almost like it's saying, like, although all of that will happen and unfortunately there will be consequences such as that because of those experiences, at the same time, as a reward, you'll gain, wisdom. All right? So, you said right here, I'm still on unemployment for another 3 months, so I'm going to take this time I need right now. Of course. That finances or financial problems could be a thing of the past. And eventually, I do see cooperation from the universe or things moving forward for you. You are starting to feel like you're getting what you want, because this is in the position of the near future. The 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Coins. I think this is going to be sooner than later. So that's wonderful. And the reason why this is all happening, 4 of Cups, because you're bored, you're dissatisfied, you're not happy with your life. This is why. Like I said, crowning or reading the Death in reverse. You're not going to give up. You're not going to give up. I can't wait to get away from my mom. Her energy is just bad. She's lazy and her attitude is nasty. I told her yesterday I'm noticing her friend distancing herself from my mom as well. Well, like I said, consequences are consequences too. And like an air sign, sometimes each zodiac sign goes through certain karmas. And something that I've noticed for air signs You guys are represented by the suit of swords. There's a reason for that. You guys gain your wisdom not only because you guys are textbook smart, um, but also because of your life experiences sometimes as air signs. I mean, all signs go through certain karmas, but you guys do as well, and that's why you guys are very well unlocked with the suit of swords, right? So, what is your next question for me, Kira? Who exactly? Your mom? Alrighty. Do you mean like in general, or do you mean about her job, or in relation to you? How exactly do you want me to work on this question? have a question for you. Is your mother single? Because if she is, I do think she is going to meet somebody new this year. Well, regardless if she calls them or not, I think that's irrelevant. So I would consider that her being single. And I do think she's going to meet somebody new. I'm not sure if this is going to be at her school or whatnot, but I do think she is going to meet somebody new, and I do think she's going to manage her. For a fact, I think she's going to keep her options open until she decides to continue to pursue one of them. And so, yeah, I do think she's going to be pursued by quite a few people. And then I do see her ultimately making up her mind and kind of pursuing something further with somebody else. I do feel like once you and your brother move out, she is going to suffer. And as a matter of fact, I think she's already thinking about that, how she's going to suffer financially once you and your brother move out. But I do think that this is going to be a motive, if you want me to be honest, a motive as to why she would want to find somebody else. I do think that there are going to be other contenders with other suitors anyway in her orbit. That wasn't her initial intention. But I think her, she would use that to her benefit, something else, and getting someone to help her out. But as a matter of fact, yeah, like I just see her like thinking about how, whenever you move out and oh, you're so funny. I do see that her just thinking about it, like it doesn't even it doesn't even urge her to like, I don't know, get a second job or doing something, get a loan, I don't know. But instead, I see her having no motivation, and then once these suitors come around, if they're not around already, her just thinking to herself, well, I'm just going to go ahead and use this to my advantage. I think if this isn't something she's already told you about, not necessarily the part where she's going to find herself someone that's going to help her out financially, not that part specifically, but if she hasn't told you that she's keeping your options open, that she has multiple people interested in her, she will soon. I see her eventually talking about that or just mentioning that. I asked her recently if she wanted to get married, and she was like, no, I've been trying to get her to think about it because when we do move, she will be blowing my phone up and getting my nerves. Okay. You're like, she needs somebody. She needs love in her life. All right. So, High Priestess, do you have any other questions for me tonight? Is it the one that is recently in prison? Is it this one that she calls all the time? Is that the one? All right. Well, I'm sad to hear that your mom still is in contact with somebody like that. Sakira, do you have any other questions for me tonight? Thank you for your donation. What's your question? Interesting that we're asking this question about your dream because Knight of Coins just flew out. And Knight of Coins to me talks about slow and steady race. This is talking about your pursuit, and it comes out, it's basically telling you or reminding you slow and steady wins the race. So maybe this is about how this is part of the process. Maybe this is just part of the journey, not necessarily the destination, but part of the journey. So, is it important? Is Florida important regarding your path? I would say totally. Yes, totally. And with the Eight of Wands, yeah, this is definitely something that has caught you by surprise. That's just confirmation for that. This is something that has caught you by surprise. I do think that something significant in your path. Do I think you should move over there? No. Do I think you should visit this year? Or should you visit this year? Yes, King of Coins. I think you should. I think you should visit. I don't think it's something you should go and move to. It is something that is part of your journey, not necessarily your destination like we've talked about. Mark with the Tower first. Yes, because there's something you haven't seen yet. I feel like we're going to have a bit of a delightful moment whenever we go there. Okay? Any other questions, Kara? Thank you, Kara. See you next time. Hi, Christina. How are you? Long time no see. Yes, I will be live most of this week. And you will also see September horoscopes up sooner than later. And also, speaking of which, also, you can go ahead and watch your August video. And what's new with you? Thank you, Christina, for your donation. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and send me your question. Yes, I got your donation. What's your question? All right, Scorpio Sun, Capricorn Moon. I had a job interview last Friday and another one today. Will I have any luck getting work? Okay, let's go ahead and we are also going to be using for you the Golden Tarot by Kepler. Hi, Taco. Thank you so much for coming. And you're more than welcome to send a donation if you want to, of course. All right, do I see you getting hired at the place where you interviewed last Friday? You could be offered something, yes, with the place that you got an interview with on Friday, last Friday. What about this place that you interviewed for today, Monday? Do I see, do the cards see that you will be called back? Will you be offered a job there? No. So for the one from last Friday, yes. The one that you interviewed for today, no. In general, do we see you working or employed in 2025? Again, yes. 9 of Coins is a great card to see, especially for females. Especially females who are looking to be more independent. That card guarantees for you that not only do we see independence, we see good times, fun, having fun with friends, specifically having fun with friends, traveling, girls' night out. That's usually the 9 of Coins energy, and this is a female entrepreneur energy. This is the successful woman card, the entrepreneur woman epitome of the tarot cards, right? So, and yeah, with Judgment, I feel like all of this that you're going through is basically karma. It is something that I feel like not only an experience, but an experience in which you will gain lots of knowledge for. And I feel like part of that, especially seeing right here, the 6 of Wands, is that, when you are on the pursuit of success and you reach it, it's totally worth it at the end, and I see gratitude. The feeling that I got with that is gratitude, and I feel like that's the main wisdom from, or the main lesson from here is gratitude with this whole thing. Okay, so any other questions for me, Christina? Any other questions for me, Christina? And Taco, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and send that donation. So you want to know if you do end up going with the job from Friday, would they work with you regarding picking up after school to preschool? You want to know if they would compromise with you on that. Is that what your question is? All right, Christina, well, whenever you're ready, go ahead and send another donation, and then we can ask your other question whenever you're ready. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, no. Especially with Three of Coins in reverse in the bottom. I don't think so. No, they're not. They're not going to, actually. All right, you went ahead and sent another donation. Okay, you're more than welcome to go ahead and ask another question. But to answer that question, I don't think they're going to ask you regarding dropping off, picking up your son. No, I don't think so. Boom. I'm going to go ahead and rephrase that question. Instead of asking, should you keep looking for a job opportunity that will work around your thing with your son, I'm just going to go ahead and ask, will you find that in 2025? Okay. All right, to answer that question, will you find a job that will work around your schedule? I got a yes. I do think you will find that in 2025. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to inquire about that situation. I think you being honest and upfront will be in general more appealing to the people that you're going to be interviewing with, because it just really lays out on the table, that there's not going to be any surprises. But yes, I do think you will find that in 2025. Well, like I said, they will offer to hire you, but it's up to you whether you're going to take it or not. And we did see earlier, we saw you working this year already. I think it's just more about continuing to, go on these interviews and honest and upfront as to you can and can't do, and if that's something the only thing that you're asking for them to compromise for, I think, like I said, it's gonna be more appealing to them knowing that you're upfront as to, your things. Any other question, Christina? You might even find yourself working again this month of August 2025. So yeah, don't forget to watch this video right here, okay? So yeah, I do think that you might start even as soon as August 2025. Any other questions, Christina? You will get there eventually, Christina. It just takes time. We all have our moments, our setbacks, but our journey is all different for everyone. You'll be fine. Thank you so much, Christina, for coming in. And of course, I will be here tomorrow if you need to talk to me again. Your Spanish is so funny. Sweet, sweet. I got the Spanglish real good. You're definitely a no problem kid. Alrighty, so how are you today, Taco? Have you been? I will be live doing $5 tarot readings this whole week, Monday through Friday. I might take either Tuesday or Wednesday off. I haven't decided just yet. But Monday through Friday is not anything, right? So, okay, perfect, awesome. What are your questions for me tonight? I will be here for that for sure. Okay. Of course he would, because he just can't send the money. So what is your question? All right, so for you, Taco, we're going to go ahead and use the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. Well, in a way, I don't see anything bad. I think in a way he likes the fact that you guys gave him attention. I do think he's still being protective of himself, but ultimately he knows he still cares. He's just going to choose to care from a distance. Remember, the King of Cups is someone who still cares from a distance, or is someone who doesn't really show their affection like the smothering Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, or Page of Cups, right? When we have the King of Cups as someone who still cares, but probably just doesn't show it or doesn't show it as much, or they might have a special way of showing it. And I think that is all because you guys stroked his ego, or you guys gave him the attention that he was looking for. But yet again, I do see that he is still protective of himself. This is why we're still here. And yes, I do think that this is about cooperating with him. Please cooperate with him. Please do your part. But as far as his emotions with the Ace of Cups, yes, he does feel like you guys are going to start over. Because I do think that was something he was thinking a lot about how him not helping you out, and how that will ultimately affect your relationship with him. So I think in his emotions with the Ace of Cups, it's like, okay, great. So, they stroked my ego, and now I don't have to be the one to apologize and step over with them. They did something for me, and he's happy about that. And because that was something he was thinking about a lot with the Four of Cups in reverse, how, because he didn't help you, how that was going to end. How that was going to end your relationship with him. As far as his intentions with the Seven of Coins, I think he's going to prolong things. I think he's going to prolong things as much as he can before he wants you to send the confirmation. So basically, the cards are telling me right here, especially seeing the Four of Coins, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and Seven of Coins. I feel like he's just asking for all these little things. He's asking for all these little things. He sends the money. I think it's really just all an excuse. I don't think he really needs all this extra stuff, all these prerequisites that he's requiring from you guys. I don't think he really needs any of that. I think he could just really help you out with the money. And I think he's doing it to prolong things as much as he can before he does send the money. But he does like that he strokes his ego. He does like that he feels this sense of like that you guys have started over, because that was something he was thinking about a lot, how you guys are like with him was over. And I do think that part of him still kind of thinks that too, even though he feels good about things right now. He still thinks that things aren't great, that you guys are still kind of broken. But better than before. Were you able to pick that up for me? I'm sorry, were you able to hear that? Yes, exactly. He's really just doing it to prolong things. Because the cards are telling me he really doesn't need that information. I think he's just doing it to prolong things. I think in a way he's still being protective of himself too. But I think he is right now satisfied with the fact that you guys reached out, or at least your wife reached out. And I think he likes things more, even though he, in his thoughts, knows that you guys are still not in the best of terms, if you will. But that was something he was always constantly thinking about. All right, is that better? Right, were you able to catch that all this time? So basically what I'm trying to say for you is that although, he acknowledges that things aren't in the best of terms between you and him, he's happy that you guys are starting over, at least that's how he feels. He feels satisfied that you guys are starting over because you guys reached out. And I almost got the sense that it was because he didn't need to do it, apologize, and offer to start over with you guys. You guys did that, or at least your wife did, right? Um, but yeah. Alrighty, so what is your next question for me? And what is your next question for me? I got a 50-50 chance leaning towards a yes. I think the only thing that you will get as a result of that, if you were to go ahead and send a picture, I think you would really just get an emotional reaction out of it. So basically, you would only move him emotionally. I don't think it would necessarily make a difference, or that would be the exact reason why he would potentially cooperate. No, but if you wanted an emotional reaction, um, then send the picture proof. Or if you wanted him to feel bad about it, or feel bad about not helping you out in the first place, or anything that would cause some type of emotional feedback and reaction out of him, then go ahead and send the picture. That's all you would get out of it. So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to not send any photo proof of whatever, you would still get what you want eventually. Besides what he's asking for already, is there anything else your wife would need to do to help you get this date from the Virgo? No, no. I think other than giving him what he's asking for, this verification, whatever stuff, with the Two of Cups in reverse, other than the stuff that he's asking for, these verifications or proofs or paperwork, whatever it is, other than that, um, no, you don't need it. Your wife doesn't need to do anything else. Other than that, how about you? Is there anything else you need to do other than, of course, yes. Think positively. Think positively. They want you to be proactive. So you're gonna hate this, but the cards are telling me probably try reaching out to him, and you're gonna hate if you were to give him what he wants, or at least reach out to him if I think he's right, or that you're apologetic of how you in general, not necessarily about something or about an event or about, you know, but if you just made him feel, you don't have to necessarily say those words, you know, but if there was a way you can strike up a conversation where you can say something along the lines of him being right, or him, or you being apologetic, or, you know, for things have been up until now, that would help. Is it necessary to get what you're looking for from him? No, but it will prolong things if you didn't, especially with the Four of Swords in reverse. And with the Eight of Swords, you are going to feel quite stuck. You are going to feel quite stuck. Basically giving him what he wants to hear. Okay. All right, so let's see. Will the money come before August 14th if you give them all the verifications you have for? No. Will you get the money before August 14th if you were to give him the money and reach out to him
before August 14th. Yes. Yes. So give him what he's asking for and do that phone call, do that reaching out. Um, if you want the money before August 14th. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I do think that you're going to give them the impression that this time, you guys starting over this time is going to be different and it's going to be better and it's going to be a lot more nicer. And you would give them the impression that there's hope that this can be fully repaired with bygones being bygones. And I think that would make him feel really good. I think one thing that he's really cranky about is that every time he starts over with you, he's not satisfied because he just feels like you guys kind of sort of make up, but not fully because bygones aren't bygones. Like you still hold on to things, or he gets the impression that you still have held on to things, But I feel like this time around, you would give him the impression with these cards here, Two of Cups and King of Pentacles or King of Cups in reverse. You would give him the impression that this time you're willing to let bygones be bygones. And in general, about everything. Doesn't necessarily mean that you will. You would just give him the impression that you will this time. And it will make him feel very good about it.
Honestly, I have a great reading for you guys. I think part of you in the month of September is going to feel because I see arguments and fight between the 2 of you, and this is the decision of your thoughts. I think that's gonna be something you'll be thinking about a lot, the fact that you guys are fighting, the fact that you guys are not getting along, and your emotions with the 5 of Pentacles, you're starting to feel like you would I think in September, you're gonna start to feel like she's gonna leave you, you know? You're worried about that. You're worried about that because you see her as a soulmate, so I do see you thinking about that a lot. The constant fights, the constant arguments in the month of September, you're gonna be thinking about that a lot in September, and as far as your emotions with the 5 of Pentacles, I think you're gonna start worrying about the fact that she has left you or that she's leaving you. And as far as your intentions, though, with the Emperor, I feel like you're gonna think to yourself, "Well, until he does, I'm gonna still be the Emperor. I'm still gonna be, this archetype of, the old-fashioned father, husband, with Emperor card." And with the Knight of Cups in reverse, though, at the same time, though, I feel like you might be and this could be accidental. This could really be accidental with the Knight of Cups in reverse. You might give off the impression that you were bored or that you were moving on. But the thing is that they are gonna give you the impression with the 5 of Cups that they are hurt, that they haven't let go of the past. But the thing is that I think that they're just playing hard to get. I think that they just want a little bit of a chase with the High Priestess, but as far as their intentions with the Lovers, I mean, they're still for you, they're still for this relationship, but I think I think, your wife with the King of Coins, sort of her is also gonna wonder if maybe your lover her has just turned as into a more of a platonic love, like a love or a care for a friend rather than true real love. I do think that's something she might start doing in the month of September. Um, and I feel like this is why I feel like she's gonna play a little hard to get, and I feel like this is why she is going to be a little pessimistic in the month of September. But with the Lover's card, she's still gonna be for this relationship. I feel like she's gonna be thinking or acting this way, being pessimistic on the exterior is because that King of Coins. She's going to start to wonder if maybe your love for her has just turned a bit more platonic, or that you see her more as a best friend, uh, rather than really a okay. Any other questions, Taco? All right, so in the bottom of the deck, we do have the Eight of Coins, and then I did a 4-card spread question. What would be the best advice in terms of this marriage and how to make this marriage continue moving forward? We have Page of Wands, Two of Cups, Ten of Wands in reverse, and also Queen of Coins in reverse. Well, I think for advice with the Ten of Wands in reverse is well, when we see the Ten of Wands in reverse, this usually is talking about either letting go of burdens or helping someone release fear. Um, there basically, when we see the Ten of Wands, this is someone who's carrying a heavy load. So when this is in reverse, this is either helping someone with that load or relieving herself from all that burden, right? And her challenge is this Two of Cups, right? We're talking about a soul connection here. So her challenge here is the soul connection. The reason why we're here is Page of Wands, or in the present, we have Page of Wands. So it seems like in the present, I feel like she's right now hasty. Then again, we are in Mercury retrograde, where we are seeing impulsive, hasty energy, and especially because she is a fire sign, Page of Wands core cards do represent the fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries. And I feel like with the Page of Wands in the present, we're talking about someone who still has a lot of growth. Okay, the suits are kind of like levels, if you will, and Page of Wands, he's a child, so we're dealing with someone who can be a child, or we're dealing with someone who's a big child inside. And the Page of Wands is someone who's impulsive, who doesn't think before they act. They can be quite hasty, even with their words as well. And their challenge here, or the challenge for this person, is to perhaps the challenge on graceful contact, connection, and advice. The advice we have Ten of Wands in reverse, like I said, this could be about helping someone with their burdens, helping them with relieving themselves of these burdens, or if she is being a martyr, or carrying a heavy load in this relationship, is relieving some of that burden, of course. And part of that is, with that Eight of Coins, is starting off with a conversation of, where are we? What are we? She holds off. She holds off, and I feel like because she holds off and she's so blocked from her throat chakra, it can cause problems in this marriage. With the Queen of Coins as the outcome, I think her best bet right here is meditating, chakra balancing, but definitely meditating on her throat chakra. She needs to work on her throat chakra. She needs to exercise it. Okay? With the Hierophant in reverse, that can be a big problem in the marriage. Okay? There you go. If she's not helping you enough with the burdens, then again, her advice would help you relieve some of those burdens, of course. And you can start her, right? And I feel like she can do that by sparking up that conversation, with the Eight of Pentacles. What are we? Where are we? Or basically with the Two of Swords, starting off this conversation to seeing where you guys stand. Right. But I feel like if she were to just go ahead and start with those questions, yeah, she needs to work on her chakra for sure. Definitely needs to work on her meditation, on her chakra balancing, because I think that's going to help her with doing things better with you. Otherwise, cards are saying that this is with the Hierophant in reverse. This could be a bad thing, a very bad thing. Um, it it could really suggest a difference in reverse, sorry to say. Okay. Any other questions for me, Taco? It's a common Sagittarius thing, sorry to say. I believe you. Yes, I will be here. You'll see all of my live streams already. They're already posted and scheduled. So if you need to go, and then I will be here again on Monday through Friday. I might take either Tuesday or Wednesday off. There's still 50% chance. Might be both days. It's gonna be one of those. I'm gonna figure that out tonight. But other than that, I will be here Thursday and Friday. Do you have any other questions for me? Alrighty. I'll make sure then, if anything, I'll take off Tuesday tomorrow. So I'll be here Wednesday for you. Okay? Alrighty, Taco, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like the live stream, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you.